What is up, Retromaniacs? My name is Mike, his name is Joe, and his name is EP. We're here to talk about cards. You know, we're getting close to the end of 2023, so I thought it would be fun to go around the horn. Each of us share our top 3 purchases, card purchases in 2023. Card purchases. I don't want to know what else you bought. You buy a new car, beer, whatever. But get us started, Joe.
I could make this list easy and just pick out my 3 favorite
Can you pick
Dan Marino autos that I have, because I have so many of them. But I'm going to limit it to just one. I'm not going to say the entire group or anything like that. I'm not going to cheat. I'm going to say the blue numbered out of 15 Pickett Marino. This is from 2022 Flawless Collegiate. Both in their home pit uniforms. Clean autos on both. I actually have 2 versions. I have 2 of these. In case you're, I have 2 of the 15. One. Yeah. Wow. So they're numbered to 15. I dig this one because of the blue. Like I think it's like the perfect color match. They signed all of them in blue ink, like all of the different variations. So I think the blue ink with the blue foil, the blue uniforms, blue is, pick colors. I just really, this is my favorite one out of all that I have. The blue is definitely my favorite one. So I'm going to go with the Kenny Pickett Dan Marino dual auto number to 15 from Collegiate Flawless.
Great card. Okay, EP, get us started.
Well, I'm going to go with my one that is my least favorite out of the ones that I chose for this exercise. But it's actually 2 cards, but they're related. I went outside of my comfort zone. It's weird. This is a 9.5 Michael Bridges optic blue velocity.
Is that an ultra modern card?
It is ultra modern. And then also I got his rated rookie card, same guy, Michael Bridges. This guy went to Villanova. He was born in Philadelphia. He scored 42 points last night. He plays for the Nets, and he's just like if I'm gonna stake my claim on a player, like he might be my player that I'm gonna stake my claim on, ultra modern. And so I want to get a couple of his rookies, and I got the CSG 9.5 to possibly crack out and send the PSA, and also I want to send in the rated rookie to PSA as well. So that's my goal. Like again, it's outside of my comfort zone, and I was like, I've got to pick a player, and he had a good stretch last year where he had scored a lot of points, and he was kind of my player that I decided on. So yeah,
interesting. I would not
modern out of EP.
Yeah, I know.
Modern basketball.
Like when I think about my purchases this year, these are 2 of the cards. Like this guy, like stake my claim on this guy is kind of my thought.
No pressure, Mike, but we are Mike's retro trading cards, and both EP and I did ultra modern cards as our first. So if you have an ultra modern card, people are going to shut us down.
Well, my first purchase is retro.
Okay.
I bought a box of 1989 Topps Nintendo cards.
Oh, yeah.
And I ripped it on the channel. I would put the little link up wherever that goes over above Joe there, but I won't remember to do it. But you could go back, you can find it. But yeah, I had a blast ripping that. That was so much fun. Apparently, they cost quite a bit more now than when I bought them too, according to one of the commenters on the video who recently commented on it, apparently. But it was a fun rip. And, PSA was running a non-sport special at the time, and I sent a lot of cards in, got a lot of PSA 10s out of it that I then was able to sell off. So, like, the box did not cost me any money to rip for the channel, and it was a lot of fun. Also, when you can do it in a way where you can make some money off of it or get your money out of it, so it's really not costing you anything. Like, that's the great part about having the channel, is when you can make it work like that. Doesn't happen very often, especially if it's something new. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. We got a lot of cool content out of it, and that is my number 3 top purchase of the year.
Good choice. Those were fun cards. That was a fun rip. Speaking of rips for the channel, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I ripped quite a few boxes of 2022 Fleer Ultra Avengers.
Wait, you did two boxes? Is that right?
I think. I mean, I ripped at least 4 for the channel. I ripped like a case worth of this stuff. Yep. And similar to Mike, I got my money back because I was able to sell a lot of the cards. I kept what I wanted. That's actually not my purchase I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about the big purchase I made to one eBay buyer, or I'm sorry, one eBay seller who had a lot of the singles available, like a you pick singles.
Mhm.
As silly as it sounds, we were talking about this on the pod a couple of weeks ago. Set building, is set building dead? I still love the set build, and nothing. I love checking things off lists too. So nothing is more satisfying than I was able to complete my full base master set with all the medallions, all the inserts, all of the base cards. I was able to complete that full master set because one buyer just had a bunch of you pick. He gave me a deal on them. So it's not so much a card, it's more of a lot purchase, I guess you could say. But I was able to complete that base master set of a very, very cool set of cards. I don't generally open up a lot of I don't open up hardly any ultra modern, but I really love this set. It was a lot of fun. Go check out the multiple rips I did on the channel. Yeah, so that's my number 2, just being able to complete my set of Marvel Clear Avengers, or I'm sorry, Clear Ultra Avengers. Being able to complete that with the purchases I made on eBay from that one seller.
How many texts did we get from him, EP, saying, so I did a thing. So I did a thing again. Like every other day, he was stopping at the card shop and buying more of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then eventually I went to the card shop and just said, "How much do you have left?" He said,
you bought it
"We
all?"
have a
I'll take
half
it all.
case." And I said, "Wrap it up." And I took a half case back with me. So yeah, made my money
awesome.
back. Made my money back and got a full complete set for myself and some cool inserts. So I'm
And
pleased with that. Anytime you can do that, and content.
Did
Content.
did you open the first box of that on live stream? I think
Two
Or was it
boxes on live stream.
on live stream, right? Yeah,
Two
I
boxes on
remember
live
that.
stream, and then we did 2 individual ones.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I remember that being that's such a cool product. I'm so glad that you completed the master set. Like that's such a
Yeah.
Joe Day master set to complete. Like I'm
Yeah.
glad about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish they had pages that were thick pages, because those cards are like 100-point cards. So finding 9-point page,
Don't
I
they?
haven't been able to find. No.
wow.
Comment below if you know about thick card pages,
Yeah.
because I really would like to put that set in a notebook. For
Definitely.
sure.
All right, EP.
My number 2 purchase was it was like a mini collection. Like how I pay for my hobby is I buy cards and then I sell a bunch of them for $2 to $3. So I buy cheap cards, buy them sell them $2 or $3, and keep some of them, and then it allows me to buy more cards. And the hobby for me is just churning those cards and going through all these amazing cards. I found a lot that was almost all 1990s inserts. It was all inserts, MLB baseball insert lot, 675 cards. It was cost me $177.11 shipped, and it was the most fun to go through. I've got a bunch they keep selling on my store. I sold a bunch of them at the card shows and stuff. It's just an amazing thing. But also that collection, like the what you shoot for, what you really want out of that set is for a couple cards that you really want for yourself. And that was the set that I got. It was a mystery unpeeled mystery finest card,
Yeah.
and it was a Ken Griffey Jr. refractor. Like the players in the back were Greg Maddux, all these, all Hall of Famers. I was like, man, it'd be really cool to pull a Griffey. And then when I pulled it, I saw it was a refractor. Then I kept pulling, and I saw it was a Griffey. I was like, oh my gosh, like that is the ultimate thing. Like so this purchase, on top of filling my eBay store, on top of I kept aside a few of the awesome inserts that I'd never seen myself from like the late 90s and early 2000s. I kept a couple of those for myself for some of my top players, but also I got this amazing Griffey card on top of it. Like it was such a almost perfect purchase for me. Like it is number 2 on my list for a reason. Yeah, number 2 on my list for a reason, but it is you could argue that could be number 1.
Be great enough to have that card in there, yet alone having one to peel it and find out that's what it is.
Oh my gosh,
better.
I was trying to find that card to use it as a prop, and I couldn't find it. I was like, oh man, you got to be kidding me.
Well, I can't find my number 2 card because it's a recent purchase. And of course, the eBay seller printed the label out on November 26th and didn't actually drop it off until the 2nd of December. But I digress.
Be better.
Be better, yes. I purchased a Tony Hawk and Travis Pastrana dual autograph numbered out of 30 from New Leaf Multisport product. I mean, I've talked about these extreme sports guys till I'm blue in the face on this channel, but it's a new card, but they're retro guys. I mean, there's another one out there with Shaun White and Tony Hawk. I need to get, maybe that'll be my purchase next year. But yeah, I'm so
save it
happy.
for next year so we have content. For the
Yes, definitely. I'm so happy to have this card though. Like two of my all-time favorites and this kind of stuff on the same card. Like I saw it and I'm like, I have to have it. And I watched it and I thought about making an offer and I was like, well, if I could get it at this price, I would buy it. And then that was the price seller sent me an offer for it. I'm like, oh, I'm doing it. So yeah, I can't wait to actually get the card. You know, nice to get your card a little sooner than waiting 6 days to send it out. But again, I digress. That is my number 2 favorite purchase of the year.
And Mike did the classic. Should I get this, guys? Like whenever one of us sends a text, should I get this? You're
Need
just looking for us to
confirmation.
say yes. Yeah,
Absolutely.
We are the worst and best friends.
We
at
are
the same time.
Yeah, exactly. And we're like,
Nobody
yeah,
ever
obviously
asked that question expecting to hear a no.
Right.
We just
Right.
want to be confirmed that we need to do
Right.
it. Yeah. Well, Joe and EP said I had
Joe
to
and
do
EP
it.
said it was a good idea. So, how much does Amy hate us? I would be on these things.
She doesn't.
Smart. All right, my number 1 is a recent purchase as well, and I don't know when it'll go out on the channel, but I did buy a box of 1994 Marvel Universe. Technically, it's not Series 5 because it's a different company took over, but it's the first year of Fleer taking over the Marvel license. I don't know if they bought Skybox at that point, but at that point, it would go on from Mattel to Skybox.
Marvel owned Fleer then.
Okay, so it was the first year Fleer had produced cards, and I ripped it literally last night, and I had a blast. Like it was like $225 or so for the box. I'm not going to spoil it, but it was a good box. I was very, very pleased with the box.
Video.
Watch the video. It should be coming out in the next couple of weeks, I'm sure. But like
months, years,
months. I don't know. It's on Mike's schedule. I'm fine with that. But it was a really, really fun rip for the cost. And I'm not looking to send the stuff off to PSA. I'm not looking for anything more than just to complete the set, to put it in my binders, to at some point, 2 months down the road, leaf through it and be like, oh, how cool is that card? How cool is that insert? And the inserts in it are inserts that are still being made today, especially like the acetate cards, those, I forget the name of the actual cards, but like you see them in a lot of the retro sets that Upper Deck is putting out today. So really, really cool set. So when we post that, definitely check it out. But it was a fun rip. And like I always say, I never feel gross after opening up non-sports from that era, like I would opening up Ultra Modern today. So that's my number 1.
All right. Good choice. EP.
Let's hear it. My number 1. I mean, the Cases Project, like I could say all the cases, I could say all the boxes. I only got 3 boxes of Finest and 3 boxes of Bowman. But the number 1, absolute number 1 with a bullet, Top Series 1, the decision that I made when it did a similar thing where I was like, I think I have an idea. I might try something. I was talking about you guys about it. I ended up getting a case of Series 1. I opened it live. You guys were there. You guys, as I was opening it,
I was on lunch at work.
Yeah. So I mean, so on top of, I'm opening a case of cards, which I love. I'm opening a case of baseball, which I love. I'm doing it with two of my buddies that are watching me do it. As I'm doing it, we're talking, we're chopping it up.
I'm looking up prices.
You're looking up prices as we guys are going. Yeah, I mean, it was so much fun. It was like some of the most fun I've had in cars all year. And so to have that, to be a part of it, and obviously the story behind getting the Jordan graded and having that be a 10 leading up to it, like just everything leading up to it. As much as I like Finest better, and I pulled the Drew Jones out of the Bowman, like that Series 1 was the purchase and the experience that is we talk about 1999. We talk about back in the day, opening up cards, and that was our thing, opening boxes and packs and that sort of stuff. like to have that experience with you guys there, and to get the cards I got great cards. I got a fun case. It was probably like average, a little bit above average, but it was so much fun, and it was not below average, and just it was I love it, and kept the case project going for a while.
And in the words of John Ralphio, it's the thing that led to the thing. Like you open up that case, then it led you to opening up some Bowman, then it led you to opening up some finance. So it was definitely the thing that started that Jordan,
which led him to Drew Jones money, which has led him to every purchase he's ever made.
Yes,
since then.
I think he got a new car from it. I think
he did. Didn't he
drive
get
a Jag around Danville.
I think he just bought a house down from there. Yeah. Well, not surprised with that, but that's a great pick. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. I collect Paul Heyman.
Yeah, you do.
What? I'm not going to have a Paul Heyman card on the list?
It's like me and Kenny. Yeah, you have to have a
trick question. I am going to have a Paul Heyman card. The question was, which one? I was like you, Joe. I didn't want to load my list up with Paul Heyman. So I picked one. I'm going to go with my favorite purchase of the year, my Paul Heyman 2022 Prism Gold autograph, numbered out of 10. I mean, just kind of an expensive card, not the most expensive thing on the list, actually, but I mean, only 10 of them. First year Prism. As much as I hate that set for what it did to me, this card is super cool. They were a redemption that Panini actually fulfilled, so it's encased, it wasn't thrown into packs. Beautiful condition. It's I don't even know how to point up there. Whatever, it's somewhere over there. I think it's right there. You can see on my big thumb there. But that is my prized possession. Like probably the coolest thing I bought in Paul Heyman. I was close with the Select tie-dye autograph, but
that's the one I had guessed.
He had multiple autographs in Select, and I bought them pretty much all of them so far. So I didn't get the gold one yet. One of them just sold recently, but it's on the list. But the Prism Gold is my number one purchase of the year. In the comments, let us know what you bought. You buy anything cool? What's your favorite purchase you made in 2023? Like, unlike some content creators, we actually really like to know this stuff. I like to find out. I like to read the different things you got and interact with people. Let us know. I want to know what you got that made you happy.
It'd be awesome if we got enough to get a whole show. Like to put a show together.
Oh, yeah.
What the shows. Awesome. So
always thinking, EP. I like that. Yeah, let's do a whole show of the viewers' favorite purchases of the year. Let's do that.
That'd be pretty cool.
Spur of the moment.
Let us know. Get that down there. All right, guys. That was fun. And we will see you next week. Take care, guys.
See you, boys.
See ya.